Welcome to a new video. Firstly, apologise. We hear a dull hum or something in the background. That's me aircon unit. I'm too hot to turn it off, so I'm just going to go with it, see how it sounds. And hopefully I've worked out how to record actual menus dropping down. So I know some of the older videos wasn't showing that, so yeah, just get that out of the way. So basically what I'm going to do is just play the game. I'll try and keep the videos to maybe 10 minutes at a time and maybe do 2 or 3 just so you can see me progress into the game. You see how it develops a bit just by playing it. If issues crop up, then I'll just highlight it and say it's something that I'll be looking at to work on. But hopefully you'll get a good idea of what to expect if you ever fancy playing the game. So I'm just going to start a new promotion mode. Probably, if you've watched another video, basically same as Football Manager, you'll see stats, or you have to sort of scout boxes to find out their stats. So I'll leave that on, and I'm just going to use the fresh database. Put my name in. Promotion name. And then you can change your promoter style and ambition, and they will affect your starting attributes. So pick how you think you're going to be. That's what I'm hoping to do. So you can see different areas have changed. So I found my promotion. What I'll do, I'll just explain each screen because some people, well, not many people watch some of the videos. So if you do watch this one, it just be a quick overview. Goals is probably the most important to begin with in your promotion. You're going to get 5 at a time, 2 that you need to complete within a year, 3 that are not timed. But as soon as you complete one, a new one will pop up. So that can give you money and reputation. This is news stories relating to you. Fight cards, when they're generated, come in here and simulated. That's generally how you progress a week. World news, same, that's just every bit of news around the world. Champions page, just an easy way of looking at your world champions per weight, and then your continental champions. Rankings, again per weight, Scottish champion up there as well. And essentially the top 15 are classed as like the contenders, and you'll see as the game evolves, generally the governing bodies will pull one of these boxes as their next mandatory for a title shot. Storylines will fill in. I'll show you as you simulate through there, start to fill in with rivalries and stuff, just so you can, if there's someone you want to particularly follow, it will highlight like unbeaten runs and things like that. This sort of page is like for longer term saves. Promoter Wars is where you get involved with basically trying to become the best promotion, and you get sort of ranked on essentially what champions you got, stable, scandals can knock you down, different, basically all that will calculate and will work your way up. And obviously the higher reputation you are, the easier it is to get the best boxers, etc. Sponsors, pay-per-views. Awards are what they are. I think there's 12 annual awards. Classics fights, so best fights from each card will be in there, and then you get a fight of the year. Governing bodies will just explain a little bit of history about them. And when this starts to fill, the champions will be in there, and then eventually they will choose what mandatories they want and give it a date as and when they want that fight to be done. All the pay-per-view providers in the game that you can negotiate with, they've all got their own statistics that sort of relate to when you're negotiating with them. And it eventually, as it goes through, there'll be a streaming history for them. Database is where you can just have a look at everything in the game. So promoters, trainers, referees, and judges. Not put boxes on there because, as you can see, boxes not showing their overall. So this is where scouting a boxer will unlock all that detail, or if you fight that boxer, that detail will also be unlocked. So that's just a quick thing there. So let's actually get into playing the game. So you'll notice you start with $1 million. You get 12 scouting sessions per year, so essentially like one a month, but you could just do them all straight away if you want. They do cost money though. So if I try and sign a boxer, I go for one of the lower ranked ones, which is Scout. Click on Scout, gives me what overall is and what his potential ceiling is. Yes, he's not, going to be amazing. That then 50 grand. So it comes straight out of my budget. So now I've scouted him, I can now negotiate. We can negotiate without scouting, but scouting obviously lets you see if they're someone you want to sign. So that's what his sort of contract he's looking for. Multi-year deal, 360,000. I'll give him 380. Power sharing wants 50%. I'll go 60. I'll offer him more, hopefully to get him to sign. And any clauses you want to put in relating to scandals or being professional. But the promises you can pick anyone you want. Starred ones just mean that's what they ideally want. So I can table it, see I've offered more than he wants. He might sign, he might not. He's walked away. So I've still lost that 50 grand scouting him, but I can't approach him for another 12 weeks, 3 months. So let's look for another boxer. Scout Castellano. Okay, this is come up total level potential, so it's worth looking at. Same again, multi-year deal. I don't really want to risk wasting another 50,000, so I'm going to give him more than he wants and a bonus. And he's signed for us. So straight away, there he is. He's signed. He needs a trainer. So I'll sign a trainer. So, where's he from? So he's American. So ideally, you want an English speaking, even better, an American trainer to get like a relationship boost. Doesn't look like there's any available for me at the minute. So I'll go for a UK one. See, you can see his statistics, what he wants as a coach. I'm not going to offer him much more, but I'll give him a win bonus. And he's signed for a year. So he's automatically assigned to my boxer. At this point, I'm going to get the boxer. So now obviously everything's opened up for Roy Castellano. Statistics, phone popularity, and what you can see is his initial camp chemistry is fairly high. His development obviously low because he's not started yet, so that will change, hopefully change for the positive. So I've got that all sorted out. In this screen, I could send him to a camp straight away. That's obviously going to cost you money and also keep him out of action. You can talk to your boxer. There are benefits, but you cannot talk to a boxer constantly. There are cooldowns, so it's probably best to wait until he has some upside, low form, and you can just interact about that and that'll give it better boosts. You can also do a fan event once per year per fighter, and they are what they are. Yeah, so you click on that, and then you'll basically get the event pop up, and it can shoot off into any direction, good or bad, neutral, ugly. Yeah, so it just gives you a bit of involvement as a promoter, pushing your boxer to try and get his popularity up. But say not really worth doing that on week 1 for me. Depends how you want to run your figgy. So straight away I've got the option to close them off, so no one's going to approach him for a fight, or open it up, and I can choose, what sort of fight I want him to have. So, and that will see what sort of class of fighter comes in, and potentially like limit his options. He's probably not ready to contend, so I don't want him to get battered and start to lose attributes early on. So just a credible fight is fine. And as you can see, because we've done some stuff, news is filling in. The world news fills in because it's our news. And that's where we are after week 1. Signed a boxer. Obviously, I can take it alone. As you can see, the interest rates are sky high. That is very much linked to business acumen. The better you are at business, the better loan rates and more you could loan. Yeah. So that's a week 1 overview, just sort of getting set up. I'm going with 1 boxer for now. See how we get on, see if we can get some sponsors in, and then, yeah, take it from there. So that's video 1. I'll come back with another one where we can sort of progress the game a little bit. That first one's obviously a little bit of waffle about where we're at and how to get yourself going. And I'll show you, I'll save the game. So BB YouTube. I'll save that. Could have changed the folder, but there you go. So that's where we're at. And yeah, hopefully see you in part 2.